So let me ask you something. Are you putting off investing? Thinking, oh, I'll get to it next month, or maybe next year, or when I just have a little more cash. If that sounds like you, I need you to listen, really listen, because today we're talking about the single most powerful force for building wealth. It's a force so incredible, it will completely change how you think about your money and your time forever. That little thought, I'll start later, it feels so reasonable, doesn't it? It feels safe. You tell yourself you're just waiting for the perfect time to jump in. But what if I told you that perfect moment? It's a myth. And that waiting is actually the most expensive decision you could possibly make.
And I'm not talking about pocket change here. I mean a literal fortune. A life-altering amount of money that is just slipping right through your fingers every single day you decide to wait. It's time to pull back the curtain and see why.
See, before we can even begin to talk about building up your wealth, we have to face the thing that's actively trying to tear it down. There's an invisible enemy working against your savings right now as we speak. And that enemy has a name: inflation. The best way to think of it is like a silent tax. It's the reason that $100 today buys you less than it did last year, and it's why it'll buy you even less next year. So if your money is just sitting there parked in a savings account, it's not staying still. It's actually sinking. Let that sink in for a second. Every single day, the cash you worked so hard to earn is worth a little bit less. It's like a slow leak in a tire. It's a quiet theft of the future you're trying to build. Just saving your cash is a guaranteed losing game.
But listen, this isn't a story about doom and gloom. Not at all. Because for every villain, there's always a hero. And in the story of your finances, our hero is this unstoppable force, a true wealth supercharger.
Now, this isn't just some clever piece of financial advice. This concept is so profound that Albert Einstein, that Einstein, called it the eighth wonder of the world. He wasn't being dramatic, he saw the pure, unstoppable power of the math behind it.
So what is this magic? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's when your money starts making money for you. And then the money that money made starts making its own money. It's a chain reaction. It's like starting a tiny snowball at the top of a very, very long hill. At first, you barely notice it, but given enough time, it becomes an unstoppable avalanche of wealth. But that avalanche, that incredible, world-changing force, it needs one thing more than anything else. And it's not a giant pile of money to start. It's not some secret stock market tip. Nope, it's something much more precious. Something you can never get back once it's gone. Your single greatest asset as an investor is time. That's it. The more time you give that snowball to roll down the hill, the bigger it's gonna get. And that's why starting early with just a little bit of money will always beat starting late with a lot. Always. Let's make this real. Let me tell you the story of Sarah and John. They both invest the exact same amount, $100 a month. The only difference, Sarah starts when she's 25. John waits just 10 years and starts at 35. Now, by the time they're 65, Sarah has only put in $12,000 more than John, but her final wealth, it's more than double his. That 10-year delay cost John over $160,000. Just think about that. Think what you could do with that kind of money. That is the price of procrastination. That's the devastating cost of waiting for the right time. Okay, now let's crank this up a notch. Imagine you decide, you know what? I'm gonna get serious about this. You commit to investing $500 every single month starting at age 25. No matter what, you stay consistent. You just let it grow. Go ahead, take a guess. What do you think that kind of discipline, that early start, turns into after 4 decades of that snowball rolling and growing? What does that future even look like? $1.5 million. That's the number. And that's not a lottery ticket. That is the cold, hard, mathematical certainty of compound interest when you give it time and consistency. That is what financial freedom looks like. That is what a legacy looks like. So here's the real gut punch. The cost of waiting isn't just the small return you missed out on today. No, the real cost is the decades of growth on that return that you can never, ever get back. You're losing the future echo of your inaction today. All right, hearing those kinds of numbers can feel a bit overwhelming. I get it. But starting is so much simpler than you think. You don't have to be a Wall Street genius. You just need a simple plan to follow. And here it is. It's 4 easy steps. Number 1, start small. Whatever you can afford. $50 a month is infinitely better than 0. Number 2, open an account. There are tons of low-cost, easy-to-use options out there. 3, put it on autopilot. Set up automatic transfers so you don't even have to think about it. And 4, invest it wisely. For most people, that just means buying a simple, low-cost index fund. You're not trying to pick the next big stock. You're just betting on the entire market to grow over time. That's it. That's the whole secret. This is really the final truth of it all. You can't go back in time. You can't get back the years you already missed. But you have absolute control over this moment, right now. The power to completely change your financial story is sitting right here, in your hands, today. So, I'm going to leave you with this one last thought. The person you're going to be in 10, 20, even 40 years, they're counting on you. They are waiting for you to make the decision today that will change their life tomorrow. They're waiting for you to give them the incredible gift of time. So, what's your first step going to be?
Ultimately, mastering your finances isn't about magic. It's about knowledge, discipline, and consistent action. I hope this video has empowered you to take control. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep building the financial life you truly desire. If you're ready for more insights, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and tell me in the comments, what financial topic do you want to conquer next? Let's build wealth together.